This is my YouTube channel, Stitching by Sarah. This is my channel about my cross stitch. I would like to thank you for coming back if you're returning. I've had a big old bump in subscribers this week, so if you are one of those new subscribers, I want to thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you have not chosen to subscribe to my channel yet, but you're a regular viewer, I encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that little bell that tells you every time I upload a video. This week has been a wonderful stitchy week for me. It's kind of like if it's been rainy for days and then all of a sudden you have a beautiful sunny day, you know how good you feel. I'm back to my regular stitching routine. I've got a lot of stitching done, so it feels good. It feels like I'm back to my normal now. So, and I also got to meet a couple of my my viewers, my subscribers. I want to thank Heather so much for inviting me to meet her on a Zoom meet, stitching meet. I really enjoyed meeting you, Heather, and I got to meet Joyce, I believe your name is, from the Netherlands. I wanna say hi, and I hope that you're watching my videos and you choose to subscribe also. I also met Charlotte and her husband Dan in person this week at Samplers and Stitching. It was really nice to meet you guys, and I can't wait to see y'all again. So let's see, let's go to, my featured FFO is this little one right here. When I get my stitchy room, my little craft room all together, this is going to be one of my wall hangings. This is not my FFO. This is a Save the Stitches that I got at one of the resale shops down in Tomball. And since I have a lot of new friends that have subscribed to my channel, I thought I would show you this one. This is called Friendship Warms the Heart. This was done by Caroline in 1991. I don't know the name of the pattern. The wood, this matches, as you can see, this matches my style, that color wood. And I love that. That blue color is really pretty. So that is why I absolutely chose to pick it up. Oh, there's quite a glare. Sorry, guys. That is why I chose to get this from the resale shop and bring it home with me. I just absolutely love it. Friendships absolutely do warm the heart. Good friends can help you out in anything. So this is my featured FFO of the week, is Friendship Warms the Heart. Okay. All right. So after I do my WIPs, I do have a new start. I have a bunch of haul and some stitchy kindness. I thought I would put at the end of this video an update on my stitchy journal. I've had several people ask me about that, so I thought I would show that to y'all. So if you're interested, that's going to be at the end. So first of all, my first WIP, in no particular order, is We Santa 2018. This is by Heart in Hand. This is where it was last time you saw it. And this is where We Santa is now. I put in the snowflakes and the snowman. This is 32 count putty, a putty linen. I am using a combination of the called for DMC and Gentle Arts. I just have to, let's see, this will have December 25th. There's presents down on the bottom by his feet. I have to finish his legs, and I have to finish the snowman. And then I'm all done with that. And I'm stitching that 2/2 on the linen. All right. Next is, oops. And I'm hoping next time I pick that up that I can get that finished. It's pretty close, so I want to try to get that finished. Next is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. This is where it was last time you saw it. And this is where it is now. This is done on a 32 count R&R reproduction called In the Pink. I am using the called for flosses, except I have substituted DMC B5200 for DMC 712. You can't see it very well, that's why it's there. I did a test just to see what it looks like. Maybe once I get the other parts of that flower in, it'll show up more. I'm gonna do that every now and then throughout the pattern, just because I did it there once to see what it looks like. But this is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. I didn't do a lot this week. I did that petal there, and I started the alphabet A there. So that's Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. Next one, I am close to the finish on this one also. This is Lizzie Kate, Only Dull Woman. It's actually, I think it's called Homework, but I'm doing the one that says Only Dull Woman Have Immaculate Homes. Yeah, Immaculate Homes. So that's the one that I'm doing. This is where it was last time you saw it. And this is where I am now. I'm using a, I believe, 32 count cream Belfast linen. I am stitching this one floss over 2 linen threads, except for over here where I forgot what I was doing and I did 2 over 2. But it's staying. I'm not taking it out. So this week I finished the word have, and I put in immaculate, and I started the footprints. So I just basically have this bottom line that says the homes with the hearts, and I have to finish the footprints, and then I'm all done with that one. So again, that's another one that I'm hoping that when I pick up next time, I will be able to finish. All right. So for my WIP go, my goal was this week to get my WIP go for February and March updated, or up to date. It didn't work. I started with my WIP go. I worked on Zelda, and I worked on Death by Cross Stitch. And then I went into my craft room to look for something, and I got sidetracked, and I saw those 3 that I just showed you, and I decided I'd rather be stitching them, so that's what I worked on. But I did work on Death by Cross Stitch and Zelda a little bit. So in case you don't know, Death by Cross Stitch is by Long Dog Samplers. This is what it's going to look like when it's all done. I am right about in here. So I've done all that, and I've done that little bit right there. This is where I was at last time you saw me. I did an hour, or a total of 2 hours and 54 minutes on this week. As you can see, I put in that row right down there. This is 32 count sand by Picture This Plus, and I am doing it 2 over 2 with the DMC color 935. So that's where Death by Cross Stitch is at this moment. And I do like stitching Death by Cross Stitch. It's pretty easy. You don't have to change colors, or at least I chose to do it monotone. I've seen some people that are doing it different colors each section, but I chose to do it one color. So that is Death by Cross Stitch. And then there's my friend Zelda. This is Zelda by Mirabilia. She is so pretty. This is where Zelda was last time you saw her. And this is where she is now. I didn't get a lot of progress done. I worked on her for maybe half hour, but I got more of the 1/1 on the neck completed. So that's where Zelda is now. This is 32 count Graceful Gray by Wichelt, and I am using the called for flosses. And it'll have beads. So that's where Zelda is. I had 2 new starts this week. Both of them are new patterns. First of all, I'm going to show you the one that I really can't show you. So, if you know who Gary is on Flosstube, you may have seen this, but I am making this for somebody and this person does not know who Gary is. So if you want to know what this pattern is, you can find, it was in not this week's video, but the week before. So I went to Gary's website and bought some charts. I'll show you all that in just a moment, but I bought, I'm just going to show, it's a Glendon Place. So when you see Gary's video where he shows this, you'll see what it is. This is the one and only time until after it's all done that I'm going to show you. This fabric is 32 count Valor by Picture This Plus. It is going to be this size. Let's see, let's try this. It is going to be this size, and that is my teeny tiny little start. So if you know who Gary is, you can look and see what it looks like. But I'll show you that after I'm all done and the recipient receives it. One of my stitchy friends invited me over to her house. She had gone through some of her stash and was getting rid of, you know, things that she didn't want or didn't think she'd sew. So one of the things she showed me was Paula Vaughan, Inspired by Scripture. I initially thought that I had this, and then I went through my X-Stitch app and realized that I have Inspired by Scriptures 2 and 3, and that I didn't have this. And I was looking at this, I'm like, oh, that's really pretty. And then I turned it over, and look what I found. Isn't that gorgeous? Purple dress with a sampler on the wall, and it's got Proverbs. Oh, sorry, I gotta look through my bifocals here. Proverbs 31:22. Her clothing is silk and purple. So I absolutely had to do it. I came home and I kitted it up and I started it. So this, let's see. This is, where'd that go? I will do this. This is my teeny little start on her clothing by Paula Vaughan. The fabric is 28 count Ren by Picture This Plus, and I am using the called for DMC. So it is not very big for a Paula Vaughan. That is not big at all. So I can't wait to work on that and try to get that done. Hey Leah. I don't know. Whoops. Hi. What? Come here. Here. Let's say hi to our friends. Come here. Say hi. This is Leah. This is our troublemaker. Yes, I know. She is the reason why we had to make a, I don't know if you can see out there, out the back window. Yep. There's a big old tall fence. That is our dog fence that the contractor is working on. 2 episodes ago. They were putting a tall fence in because she's a jumper. And so she's got all sorts of issues. But anyways, so that's my little girl, Leah, my little four-legged girl. Anyways, so my starts are done. So let me show you my haul. All right, so when I went to Garen Stitchery to buy that chart for the person that I am making that for, you know, you can't buy just one chart, you gotta buy, you know, some travel mates. So I found I do not have Royal Holiday by Mirabilia, so I got her. I don't know. There you go. So she'll be in my Mirabilia binder. And I found this Bella Filipina Reina de las Flores. Isn't she pretty? And I bought the bead. It's just Mill Hill beads for her. And while I was there, I picked up some Fortnite fabrics. This is 32 count extravagant, I guess. So this will be my first Fortnite fabrics. I've heard people talk about them, so I thought I would try them. And, sorry guys, while I was up to Samplers and Stitching meeting Charlotte, I of course picked up some more stuff. So this was a part of my market, market. This was one of my market pre-orders that came in. Bloom Where You Are Planted by New York Dreamer. And I think that's all of the market that I had ordered. I saw this Annie B's Folk Art Stars and Stripes Forever. Just had to pick that up. And this is Periwinkle Promises Sampler Accents. This is Sweet Violet Accents. That's the name of the company. And it comes with the fabric and the floss. So I can't wait to start that one. The next one is Piece of God Sampler by Just Cross Stitch. This looks like it's one of those really old charts. Let me see if there's a date on it. This is from 1988. So this is Piece of God Sampler. Look at that. I just love that. And this is another old chart. This is from 1986. This is Faith, Love, and Gentle Words by B and Chris. I picked it up for that one, but that's the name and who they're by, and that's the full cover. And that's the one that I picked it up for. And Caroline had some market release floss that's a limited edition, and she thought of me, and it's called Purple Pansy. And look at, oh, it's so pretty. I love that. So I got that. And then this is a 1922 Chester County, PA reproduction sampler by Queenstown Sampler, Phoebe Ann Ashbridge. Caroline had this set aside. She knows that I like to get the Pennsylvania samplers because I'm from there. That is, I will probably do it on a lighter fabric or a different fabric, or maybe change the alphabet right there to a different color so it shows up a little bit more. So that it was stitched on Lakeside linen. Oh, that's vintage exemplar. So there's that. And then I went to a friend's house, and I told you that she had given me the chance to go through her stash of stuff that she doesn't think she was going to sew. So I picked out a bunch of charts. First one, this one I have to return to her. She had stitched it. It's Seasons in Time by Elizabeth's Design. So that's the name. And that is the chart that I want to stitch. And it's got my favorite verse. So I should probably stitch that soon so I can get it back to her. And then this is the Prayer of St. Francis by Lizzie Kate. So that is one that I want to do. I've got to get those both back to her. I'm just borrowing those because she wanted them back. So I've got to get them stitched up soon. Okay. And then there is these charts she said I can keep. This is a just cross stitch, established with love. This has got 1 Corinthians 13:4 through 8 on it. It is a red sampler with the verses on there. And that's who it's by. Oh. And they show that you can do just the bottom. So that's, oh, it's got your initials in it. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that before. This is McCalls Heritage Collection Antique Samplers. This is Mary Ann Fowler Sampler, 1849. So that's McCalls Heritage Samplers. And that is the actual sampler. And then there's Sunny Morning, Happy Day by Stoney Creek Collection. And there's a theme going on with this. This is the just a minute. Okay. Having a hard time reading it, so I wanted to show it. It is that sampler that I'm going to do, and it's got my verse on it. So that is, oh, I just saw that puppy dog. My friend Brenda, that's her type of dog. Huh. Oh, look at the little, oh my gosh, there's so many things I'm just finding in this. Look at the little fox and chick. Isn't that just too cute? Oh my gosh. Anyways, so there's that. And then there's the Sarah Johnson sampler, a reproduction sampler from American Cross Stitch Inc. So this is Sarah Johnson. the name. And this is a Just Nan Winter Haven. Let's see, that's the name, and that's what the sampler looks like. And it comes with the embellishments. This is Cross My Heart ink. This is the Lord's Prayer. As you can tell, these charts are all old. This one's from 1992. And then Saturday Evening Post. This is a Stoney Creek collection. Look at the lady sewing. Isn't that cute? I have to make that for my sewing room. And she knew that I like pansies, so I got a pansy pattern from her. And Poppy Creations, Proud to be American. Oops. And that comes, looks like it's fully kitted with the fabric floss and the little embellishment. All right, so that is all of my haul. So next I'm gonna do my little review of my stitchy journal. So if you're not interested in see what I've done so far, I'll see you next time. If you are interested, I'll just go ahead and show you now. As you can see, I didn't do much in the beginning of March because of moving and unpacking. So that's what March looks like. This is what February looks like. I didn't stitch a lot, and you can see towards the end of the month while we were waiting to move, I did a little bit of stitching, but I didn't do a lot of stitching that month. This is January. You can see this is how I normally stitch. I do a lot of stitching. I stitch a lot. Like in the mornings on my day off, I will stitch for an hour or two in the morning. And then after supper from like 5, 6 o'clock on, I will stitch until bedtime. And then some days I will pick it up, you know, during the day a couple of times. And then the days that I work, when I come home, I get home, I guess, well, before now I was getting home around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I would stitch for like an hour, hour and a half. But you can see that's what January looks like. You can see we had a cold spell at the beginning of the year. And I actually think you guys seen most of January's before. So that is what my stitchy journal looks like so far. This is what my WIP Go board looks like at the moment. You can see the yellow ones are the ones that are called that are not done that I need to work on. Like usual, I started out doing my stitch from stash and I fell behind. I don't have this updated with my 2 new starts from yesterday. And you can see the only finish I have is Hot Cocoa is Calling. And when I need to update my WIPs list, I need to add my 2 that I just started. So that is an update on my journal. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I believe that's everything that I wanted to show you this week. So I hope y'all have a nice week, and I will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.